My name is Alina. I am 32 years old. I work as a receptionist in a small company. My salary is not very high, but I try my best. I always wanted to do better in life. I wanted a better job, a better future. That is why I joined evening classes after work. The classes were for business communication and office skills. I thought they would help me grow. Our teacher's name was Mr. Evans. He was around 45 years old. He spoke calmly and dressed neatly. Everyone respected him. He always said, "Education can change lives." I believed him. I sat in the front row and listened carefully. I never missed a class. One day, after class, Mr. Evans stopped me and said, "Alina, you are very intelligent. You understand things quickly." His words made me happy. No one had praised me like that before. After that, he started giving me extra attention in class. He asked me questions. He smiled at me. He said I had great potential. Soon, he asked me to stay back after class. Sometimes. He said he wanted to help me improve. We talked about my job, my struggles, my dreams. I told him I wanted to become an office manager one day. He said, "You deserve much more than what you have now." I trusted him. He was my teacher. I felt safe. One evening, he said he had contacts in good companies. He said he could help me get a better job. My heart felt hopeful. I thanked him again and again. He smiled and said, "I only want to see you succeed." Slowly, his behavior changed. His compliments became personal. He said I looked nice. He asked about my personal life. I felt uncomfortable sometimes, but I told myself I was overthinking. He was educated. He was respectable. One night, after class, he offered to drop me home because it was raining. I hesitated, but I said yes. In the car, he talked about loneliness. He said teaching was a thankless job. He said no one cared about him. I listened quietly. Before I got out of the car, he touched my hand and said, "I feel close to you, Alina." I froze. I did not know what to say. I quickly thanked him and left. After that night, things became confusing. He sent messages asking if I was okay. He said he missed talking to me. I replied politely. I did not want to hurt him. I still needed his help. One day, he asked me to meet him at a cafe to discuss job opportunities. I agreed. At the cafe, he held my hand and said, "I can change your life, but trust is important." I felt pressure. I felt scared, but I also felt afraid to lose everything. That night, I made a mistake. I crossed a line I never wanted to cross. I told myself it was for my future. I told myself he cared, but deep inside, I felt something was very wrong. After that night, I could not sleep well. I felt heavy inside. In class, Mr. Evans acted normal, like nothing had happened. He did not look at me the same way. His messages stopped. When I asked him about the job he promised, he said, "These things take time." Weeks passed. Nothing changed. I felt foolish. I felt used. One day, during class, he corrected me harshly in front of everyone. I was shocked. After class, I tried to talk to him, but he said, "Please keep things professional, Alina." His words hurt me deeply. Professional? He was the one who crossed the line. Soon, rumors started. Some students whispered about me. They looked at me differently. I realized he was telling his version of the story. I felt ashamed and angry. I wanted to scream, but my voice stayed inside me. I decided to speak to the Institute's management. My hands were shaking when I walked into the office. I told them everything. I did not hide anything. I told the truth, even the parts that made me look weak. An investigation started. Mr. Evans denied everything, but they checked messages and attendance records. They found proof. He was removed from the institute. I thought things would get better after that. I was wrong. Other students blamed me. They said I ruined his career. Some said I did it for attention. The institute told me it would be better if I stopped attending classes. They said they wanted to avoid problems. Just like that, I lost my classes, my dreams, and my confidence. For weeks, I stayed at home. I cried alone. I blamed myself. I kept asking, why did I trust him? I felt broken, but slowly, I started to heal. I reminded myself that I went there to learn, not to be hurt. I updated my CV and applied for jobs again. It was not easy, but I did not give up. Months later, I got a new job as an office assistant. My manager was kind and respectful. He never crossed boundaries. He cared only about work. For the first time in a long while, I felt safe. I worked hard. I learned. I grew stronger. Now, when I look back, I understand something important. Authority does not mean honesty. Kind words do not always mean good intentions. And my worth does not depend on anyone's promises. I lost something back then, but I also gained something valuable, my voice. And this time, I will never silence it. Subscribe and comment if this story touches you.